Alright, it's time for Team Battle Aatrox, or Aatrox, or how the hell you call this guy. Voice check one, yay! So, he's right, attempt at an 80 carry again. So, okay, I have to record in spectator mode because that's the only way low replay seems to be working at the moment, and I'm changing out these little options and figuring out what to do. Anyways, I'll tell you one thing right now. Aatrox, I think he sucks, but he's kind of fun. Like a version of Tryndamere, so... I've been trying different things, runes, masteries, all that other stuff. In this one, it's 921 masteries. I tried him out as bruisers, and people keep saying he dies all the fucking time. And my runes are attack speed, red, armor yellow, magic resistance, I think, flat blues. I'm not really sure. Or scaling, I don't know. One of those two. And lifesteal quints. Doing the standard, well, not a standard anymore, but it's going to be standard. Just double buff, buff to buff thing, go gank somebody. So pretty much his sustain with W is weak early and then it gets crazy, but I never really find a reason to switch to the damage mode while jungling, just use it for the sustain. His Q though is really awesome, that's probably his best one, and his E is useful, it's alright, I like it, but that's probably just the ability I max first. Here I go for a gank on Kha'Zix. My passive, like, I just want to beat the crap out of him. I'm going home, he interrupts me, I'm like, why? Then he gets close, and I just engage on him again. If he tries to kill me, I'll have my passive up, and he'll waste his time. So in a way, I sort of denied him. It will play a factor later. But I'll say this. His ultimate is neat, but it used to be a lot better, and they nerfed it. And his Q, I mean, his passive I find to be one of the most worthless passives in the game. I'll explain why. So here, bottom lane gets, overzealous, puts himself in a bad position, and I pick up the Vayne after they killed two of my teammates. Anyways, his passive is another one of those revival passives, but it takes into account his little blood well power thingy or whatever it is, and he uses it to bring himself back from the dead. The more you have, the more you heal, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And you become invulnerable while you're coming back from the dead. It's a lot better later, sure, but it makes you invulnerable while you're healing, but it doesn't necessarily keep you safe. Your opponents, if they it's like a guardian angel, your opponents murder your ass, then you're sitting there waiting to revive, and everybody's like, all right, just position yourselves and then dunk him the second he comes up. So I find it not really that useful in a lot of situations. I mean, it helps when I dive, definitely. It drops turret aggro, and I've used it several times already to get somebody to burn all their crap on me, and then they realize, wait a minute, I'm stupid, he has his passive, and I laugh at them. I got a enemy Morgana in another game to burn her ultimate and her ignite on me, and I just revived and walked away. It's like, yeah, baiting. The game is rather basic. The enemy teams, I'm just looking to gank with my Q, jump in, deal damage. His Q is by far really, really good for ganking. Albeit is very easily telegraphed, so if you do it on somebody who has no escapes, they're pretty much going to be doomed. But otherwise, everybody's going to revive. And here, as you can see, the passive comes into effect. I don't really gain much from it. But thanks to his passive, I'm just going to heal right back up. I think 2 to 3 points in his passive are all you really need for jungling. Then I max out his E, and then I max out, well, in this game, I max out his E first. Oh, here, a fight happens. I just finish off Zach. But I'd rather much more talk about Aatrox. Oh, except this part. I have to use my ultimate. I could have just started off with my ultimate and killed all four, but I wanted to didn't want to waste it, and then I couldn't kill Zach in time, so just use it just to make sure he didn't escape. Either way, anyways, Aatrox. So like people say he's like a weaker Tryndamere, and I would actually have to agree. He's like AD Scion had a baby with Tryndamere, like. So the people have been having very little success with him, and it makes sense why. His gold requirement is ridiculously steep. He doesn't have steroids outside of his ultimate and his W, unlike, every other AD carry champion that seems to have steroids on some part of his kit that isn't tied to, stabbing people 3 times. AD, well, AD in general, Fiora and Tryndamere, they all have, just attack damage from one of his non-ultimate abilities. And they have other kind of stats too, like attack speed or crit damage, remove or critical strike ratio. that kind of stuff. Aatrox doesn't have any of that except with his ultimate, which I like his ultimate because I like the attack, increase in his attack range. But he get like it's pretty much fucking worthless in most team fights because you go in to use it to do damage to people. And they're just gonna fucking, CC you to hell, and then it goes to waste. But, well, I just dunked his Zac. He gets too close, and I initiate on him. I really like his his Q though. It's really fucking good. The people who've had success with him though have built him as a lifesteal tank, though that has problems of its own. If you've ever seen an 80 Scion, if you don't kill him within the first volley of your attacks, he's just gonna cut you down. He'll heal everything back up again. And I've actually tried that on Aatrox, and it's hilarious as hell. They couldn't kill me, and I just go back to 100% health really quickly. But yeah, I'm still, like, I'm not sure what the hell to build on him. I've tried building him like my friend's Fiora. I've tried building him like Darius. I've tried building him like Master Yi too. There's a lot of builds seem to not work. He looks like he really, really fucking requires a shitload of fucking gold. And that's a big issue for junglers. We all know junglers are pretty much broke as shit, and you're not gonna get any gold ever. So that's already a bad thing for Aatrox. He's got a cool initiation from his Q, but that's kind of about it. If anything, you could have chosen somebody else with better initiation and just and done about contributed as much, if not more, than Aatrox. Aatrox essentially only contributes damage, and even then his damage is pretty goddamn fucking low until you get some good damn items. I don't even know where his strength lies. I'm like late game, yeah, I can see him dealing a lot of damage, and I've gotten to late game and lifestealed all my way, but that was like three items: Bloodthirster, Blade of the Rune King, and Hydra. I just lifesteal tanked everything. But even then, that's a huge requirement for Aatrox. For a jungler, in fact. So I don't actually see him working out too much in the jungle. But lane, I don't know. I'd still much prefer Tryndamere over Aatrox as far as things go so far. I haven't really seen anything from Aatrox that impresses me. Like, a lot of people seem to forget that other AD carries exist and they deal damage. A lot of people are like, Aatrox deals so much fucking damage. Well, he's a damn AD carry. That's kind of what carries do, remember? It's sort of like look at Tryndamere. Like, I've seen people surprised, like, oh my god, Tryndamere's damage, when I just, Q up to, E up to them, and then they're like, to 1v1 me. I'm like, what you expect? I have full fury, and I'm just gonna gut you. It's like, or Master Yi, they're surprised how much damage AD Master Yi can do. But then some of them, like my own teammates, have been surprised. Holy crap, you died really quickly. No shit, that's why you kind of got to back me up when I go in as Master Yi or something. Well, either way, I think Aatrox is a bit underpowered right now, or at least he needs some tweaking here or there. Because, some of his kit overall feels confused. He can initiate, he can deal some damage, but his steroids are all locked into his ultimate, and his W is like, I never really find a reason to go damage, because you die in 5 fucking seconds, unless you've already achieved late game build, and you just heal your late game build, and you just heal yourself up through lifesteal items. So as far as things go, like I keep saying, I'm not impressed with Aatrox. I'd rather much have a Tryndamere. Not a Scion, though. Scion can go still fuck himself. He's kind of fun, though, because he reminds me of Tryndamere, one of my favorite melee carries. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are saying so far, oh my god, Aatrox is amazing, deals so much damage, OP, nerf, whatever, but I think that just largely stems from ignorance. We've seen it before. A lot of players will cry. Some people cried that Fiora was overpowered, and I was like, the fuck? Fiora isn't totally a bad champion, but she was hardly overpowered when she was released. It's like, if anything, she just kind of didn't work her kit in total. It was like, people tend to be surprised when that things deal damage or are trying to kill them. Like, it's one thing to not read the skills, but it's another one to, not understand what a carry is supposed to do. If Riot says, oh, X champion is an AD carry, ranged or melee, you should expect them to be dealing damage when they have items. I'm so like when Quinn came out, somebody said, "Oh my gosh, she deals so much fucking damage." You think? You think she does so much fucking damage? I don't know. I've come to understand that AD range champions tend to do damage when they have items. Is that kind of ignorance, and I think that's why a lot of people are already calling for Aatrox nerfs. I'm like, what the fuck, Aatrox? I don't think he needs nerfs. Tweaks is what I think he needs. He has ultimate was much better from like when before they changed it up. If I remember, I don't know what exactly they changed, but yeah. Anyways, that's the game spectator mode. I really hope they fix low replay because I don't like spectator.